Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, my name is Muhammad Aiman bin Suri. My metric card number is 33DPE20F2014. Okay, this one index. I will explain the objective of cooling system and impact to environment. Okay, this one is an introduction. Okay, the cooling system, it is a method of heat removal from component and industrial equipment. For example, we want to cool something and it use water as a cooling agent because water can help to lower the temperature. Okay, now I'm going to explain about the objective of cooling system. Okay, first of all, objective of cooling system, it must be possible to remove heat from process equipment. The function of cooling the equipment is to ensure that the process runs smoothly without any technical interruption. Okay, next, the cooling system has a medium that can help it to release the heat. It transfer to another medium. For example, from the hot side will flow to the cool side, like process fluid. Okay. Furthermore, it use water as a main medium because the nature of water is able to cool or lower the temperature of a substance like industrial equipment. Okay. Uh, Next, the driving force for the transfer of heat is the difference in temperature between two medium. For example, part A must be cool to allow the hot water from part B to flow so it can reduce the heat. Okay. Next, in cooling water will change to hot because the transfer of heat process because the transfer of heat from process fluid or equipment, it will increase the temperature in the cooling section. Okay, the cooling system it used to maintain an optimal engine temperature. If you don't control the temperature, the engine will quickly break down or damage. Okay.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Muhammad Syamil Izwan. Number metric is 33DPE 20F 2013. So I'm gonna explain about the common cooling water treatment problems. So first is scaling. When water is heated, certain compound that might be soluble in low temperature waters become insoluble in high temperature and can scale on surface within the unit if left untreated. Some common compound that scale cooling tower include calcium carbonate, calcium phosphate, magnesium silicate, and silica. In addition to temperature, alkalinity or pH can also play a major role on scaling because as pH increase, many scale forming compound decrease in solubility, uh, precipitating out in higher rates when the water is heated. Then another factor is the amount of the scale causing contaminant. If the volume of the scale causing contaminants become greater than their natural saturation point due to evaporation in cooling tower, scale is likely to occur regardless of the alkalinity or temperature. Corrosion. If cooling water isn't properly treated, corrosion can occur. This happens when certain contaminants in the water, mainly gases such as oxygen and carbon dioxide, cause the metal to degrade and return to its oxide state by means of electrical or electrochemical return. Different type of corrosion commonly seen in cooling tower include pitting. Pitting is extremely destructive because it is concentrated on small area. This type of corrosion is the hardest to detect and can perforate metal in a short time frame. Second is general. General is The type of corrosion occur evenly across the surface of the metal and can contribute to falling. This will reducing system efficiency. And last is galvanic. This type of corrosion occurs when two different metals come into contact enough to conduct electricity. The electrical difference attack the more active metal, corroding it rapidly. In addition to dissolved gases, some other factor is bacterial contaminants, variation in temperature, alkalinity, and dissolved or suspended soil. Microbiological. From the microbiological, we can know is the growth of microbiological contaminants in cooling tower water such as bacteria, algae, and fungi can cause all the aforementioned issues such as corrosion. This happen mostly in open loop system. If you choose not to treat cooling water tower for biological growth, chances are microbe will run rampant. Cooling tower also can grow harmful bacteria such as Legionella. Uh, then, depending on the microbiological contaminant present, certain membranes are efficient as well as certain biodispersant and oxidizing and non-oxidizing biocide. Thank you. That's all for me.
So my name is Nirishin. My metric card number is the 3DPE 20F2010. So today I'm going to talk about share your ideas on how to solve the problems of scaling, corrosion, and microbiology. So the first one is preventing scaling deposition. There are four ways we can use to prevent scaling. The first one is controlling the cycle of condensation. Limit the concentration of scale-forming minerals by controlling cycles of concentration. This is achieved by intermittent or continuous blowdown process where a part of water is purposely drained off to prevent mineral buildups. And then the second one is using chemical scale inhibitors. Chemical scale inhibitors function either through selective absorption on growing scale crystals in which the crystal structure is converted into a type that does not from a hard scale, or through chemical reaction with a scale forming ions in which the ions are converted into non-scaling forming materials. Some of the chemical scale inhibitors commonly used are polyphosphate, which is used in potable water system. And then the second is phosphonates, which is prevents scale by inhibiting crystal growth. And then the third is alkylate polymers, which is modify the crystal structure to prevent adhesion to heat transfer surfaces. Then the third is the adjusting the pH. Control of scale the pH adjustment by acid addition is a simple and cost-effective way to reduce the scaling potential. This functions via chemical conversion of the scale-forming materials to more soluble forms. And then the fourth is water softening equipment. Water softening equipment is water softener, dealkalizer, ion exchange to remove scale-forming minerals from makeup water. The quality of the makeup water can be adjusted by a water softener, a dealkalizer, or an ion exchange unit. In areas where only hardness reduction is required, a water softener is used, and where only alkalinity reduction is required, a dealkalizer is used. In areas where combined treatment is required, an ion exchange unit is used. Then second is corrosion control. So there are three ways we can control the corrosions. The first one is corrosion inhibitors, which are anodic inhibitors and cathodic inhibitors. So some chemical inhibitors may be added to the water to help prevent reaction that cause corrosion. There are several types of inhibitors, as I say, which is anodic inhibitors and cathodic inhibitors. Applying anodic inhibitors enables a protective oxide or inhibitors film to cover the anodic corrosion points inside the cooling water circulation system. This method is effective only if all points are filmed and isolated from corrosion inhibitors. The types of anodic corrosion inhibitors are, for example, nitrate, orthophosphate, silicate, and then the cathodic inhibitors is effective by the formation of protective inhibitors film at cathodic corrosion sites to prevent oxygen reduction. It is more effective than anodic inhibitors and lower dosage level is required. The type of cathodic corrosion inhibitors are polyphosphate, polysilicate, zinc, and polyphosphonates. And then the second is epoxy coating. Epoxy coating to help prevent corrosion in certain circumferences. Coating the metal with the thin films to prevent free oxygen and water from coming inside into close contact with the metal and surface. This breaks the reaction cell and reduce the corrosion rates. And then the third is managing pH levels. So high pH can also lead to corrosion. So another option is to managing pH to bring it close to neutral as possible. And then the third one is microbiological control. So there are several ways we can control the microbiological control. So the first one is the slime control agent. Use chemicals such as chlorine, phenolic, and ammonium compounds to keep slime and algae from getting into bigger messes. And then the second way is quite easy, which is mechanical cleaning. Mechanical cleaning is the best way to get rid of the accumulation growth. And then the third is treatment methods. So in treatment methods are three ways, which is oxidizing biocide, non-oxidizing biocides, and biodispersants. So the chemical biocides are the most common product to control the growth of microorganisms. So there are three general classes of chemical are used in the micro biocontrol are, as I said before, oxidizing biocide, non-oxidizing biocides, and biodispersants. Oxidizing biocides includes those chemicals that have the ability to kill microorganisms through an electrochemical process of oxidation. The oxidizing agents such as chlorine gas change electric electrons in the process while the substance becoming oxidized lose controls. Some oxidizing biocides are used are chlorine, bromine, iodide, chlorine dioxide, and ozone. And then a non-biocide are the class of chemical works through various poisoning processes such as interfering with reproductions, stopping respiration, or lysing the cell wall. They are generally short-fed to achieve a high enough concentration for a long enough period of time to kill the bacteria, algae, or fungi. So the biodispersants do not kill organisms; they loosen microbial deposits, so which can be flushed away. They also expose new layer of microbial slime or algae to attack the biocides. Biodispersants are an effective prevention measure because they make it difficult for microorganisms to attach to the equipment or the pipework surfaces from the deposits. That's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, so now I will proceed to effect to environment where the process cooling system happen. Okay, first of all, the direct impact of drawing organism into the intake, trapping some of them on the screen. This is when the cooling system process take place. Okay, next, in closed system, all the organisms drowned into the intake are destroyed because the water is not returned directly to natural water body. Uh, this happen in a closed system where the organism used will be destroyed because the water used will not return to the natural water system. Okay. 3. The impact of organism they are intact into the heated plant without having passed through the plant. Okay. It will work uh, to prevent anadromous species and therefore inhibit their reproductive cycle. Okay. 5. The impact of rising of the average temperature of a local region of the water body, okay, will play a major role in regulating the life cycle of aquatic organisms such as feeding, growth and reproduction. Okay. Next, the last one of an effect to environment. Okay. Temperature is very important because it can increase the growth of nuisance organisms such as algae. Okay. Thank you.
My name is Vaishnavi and today I would like to explain about question 5, which is explain briefly sustainable environment and also green technology. So first of all, what is sustainable environment? Environmental sustainability is the responsibility to conserve natural resources and also to protect global ecosystems to support health and well-being now and in the future. While what is green technology? Environmental technology, or also known as envirotech, or green technology, also known as green tech, also known as clean technology, which is clean tech, is the application of one or more of environmental application of one or more of environmental science, green chemistry, environmental monitoring, and electronic devices to monitor, model, and conserve the natural environment and resources, and to curb the negative impacts of human involvement. So now, what are the examples of sustainable environment? The first is recycle, in where we can recycle the sludge or also the waste from the machine. The second is pick up trash. Third is sort the garbage. The fourth is filtration. The fifth is temperature control, and the last is reuse items for crafts. All these things is categorized as sustainable environment. Well, what is the green technology examples? The first is green cooling tower solution works with these plants to cut down on energy consumption and lower their costs. Okay, green cooling tower solution is one of the green technology using in cooling system. The company patented a cooling tower designed to run without electric motors. This technology captures waste and recycles water to power the fans on top of a cooling tower. The second green technology example is solar panel. Solar panels are cheap, scalable, and adjustable to different surfaces and needs. It is wind turbines, green energy storage technology, electric vehicles, renewable biomass energy, carbon capture, utilization, and also storage. These are the examples of green technology and also environmental sustainability. The 4 pillars of the National Green Technology Policy 2009 are energy, environment, economy, and also social. Under energy, it is seek to attain energy independence and promote efficient utilization. For environment, conserve and minimize impact on the environment. For economy, enhance the natural economic development through the use of technology. And last one is social, to improve the quality of life for all. Examples of environmental sustainability. Okay, there are using renewable energy, limiting waste and pollution, conserving water, using energy efficient office equipment, reducing travel and travel emissions, creating products that are easy to recycle, constructing and maintaining sustainability buildings. So these are the examples of environmental sustainability. Green technology and environmental sustainability are important to maintain a good environment and also to reduce the impact to the human beings. Thank you. That's all from me.